Greetings, programs. This is Let's Code a Full 90, where we'll take the next hour and a half and dig into some source code and try to make our part of the world a little bit of a better place. My name's Rob Menching, and today we're continuing our work in the Wix toolset. No surprise to anybody. We're going to be picking up, we're getting towards the end of the list that I laid out, 4 or 5 weeks ago now. So we'll try to kind of work our way to the end of those. That means that we're going to be doing a fair bit of Git work to put all the commits in order so we can start setting up a PR. So let's get into what we're doing. We're in episode 29. We have a set of work that we did around adapting to the latest changes, or not the latest changes, the requirements for hash payloads being hashed and being signed by certificates, and the mutual exclusivity of those two parts. And a reminder that of the format that we wanted for those, namely picking something that isn't a string, that when we combine all these hashes and certificates together, which are long strings, as we saw here with all of our trying to figure out how long should we pick these things. Basically, we found some sane defaults to pick for things, and we will be getting all that put in, and then we had to go update the NetFX extension to handle the new requirements, because it was operating under the old world of cache IDs or rather hash IDs, hashes plus certificates, thumbprints and things like that, which are now mutually exclusive. So we need to go through and give those nice clean IDs. And that was all stuff that we did at the end. We're going to review all those changes, make sure that that looks good. But the one to-do I had left from last week that we do need to think about first is there a better name? Do we need a better name for Remote Payload Helper? And I have to be honest, I've been sitting kind of staring at this thing for a while, and I'm not coming up with a better name terribly for it. I may just go with Cache ID Helper instead, because it is all about cache IDs. But I haven't come up with a better word than helper. I've been stuck with helper, and it's not working for it. I could go, what was the other word? A generator, I thought. And that might work. Now that I say generator, the more I like generator. Anyway, so if we can get a good name for this thing, this was kind of the crux of the code that we had to go write to get ourselves handling it, where we combine the hash and to create the payload cache and pick reasonable updates. Oh, and I was going to add a comment here. I just wanted to add a comment here that said, real quick, what did we do last week? It was, these are reasonable limits on the, these are reasonable limits. How do I want to say this? These are reasonable limits to trim the very long certificate very long hashes. There we go. Trim it, the very long hashes, so they do not, to trim the, these are reasonable limits to trim the very long hashes, so when used in a cache ID, you do not overflow max path. All right, that's what I want to say this. And this is all about cache IDs. Yeah, this is all about cache IDs. All right, let's try it. Let's see how it looks as cache ID generator. Cache ID generator. Yes, please rename the class. Yeah, that's not so bad. Let's go look at where these are used and see if that works. Cache ID generator. Calculate cache ID from payload hash. Things like, yeah, maybe that's the ticket. It's funny. It's like right when I sat here going, I don't have come up with a good name. Maybe it was like just letting it sit and rest for a while. I was like, that's certainly better than remote payload helper, because honestly, a lot of this didn't have to be related to remote payloads. I like that. I like that. Could change this from calculate to generator, and then rename this to generate cache ID for payload hash. Yeah, probably. If we're gonna call it, I could call it the calculate cache ID calculator, but that's kind of weird. Generate cache ID for package payload hash. All right, let's go look and see how that looks. Cache ID generator. Generate cache ID from payload hash and thumbprint. Yes, and then it has all of the not terribly complex work in it, but it does allow us to hide away these constants so that we can provide some upper bounds for strings that end up inside paths that tackle max path. There we go. Well, I thought that might take a lot longer since I wasn't thinking I was going to be up for very good naming things right now, but that feels pretty good. All right, going with that. Okay, so with that in place, let's see if I can do this in VS Code, bring up the changes that we have out there for VS Code. We have some staged already and some things not staged. Let's go ahead and stage everything. Is there a way to do that? Yes? Ah, perfect. That did what I wanted it to. We'll go ahead and look at our code first. So one of the first things we're going to notice is that our cache IDs are no longer as long as they used to be, and they contain some of the hash and some of the thumbprint now. So it's not that big long number anymore. That's the whole point of this. This was the class we were just looking at, the cache ID generator that finds, that creates cache IDs from package payloads and thumbprints and limits them to their max size. That's a good thing. Process exe package. And then we took this code that when I wrote it, I was like, it's duplicated, but it's not that much. It's just error messages. They were different enough. But once we added those cache ID, or once we added the limits, definitely didn't want to have this code duplicated between the exe and the MSU. So now we use this new generate cache ID from package payload hash. Boom, which has all of the code inside of it. Same for MSUs. All that code is now tucked away in here. And that's why the cache ID generator has two colors. This isn't going to show me that. Visual Studio showed me that, but that's okay. And then the last thing is that the remote payload subcommand needs to generate them from the hash in the thumbprint. And that's what we do here. And we rejigger this around a little bit such that when we are using certificate hashes, we update this payload symbol, which we're using to carry all the data around. So we update our symbol that we were using, and then we assign the attributes so that when we actually need to use those again, we can pass the payload symbol into here, and that's good to go. Beautiful. And then we assign the cache ID, same as before. Beautiful. Beautiful. I like it. All right, so those code changes were not too large in the end. Let's go look at the neteffects changes that were necessary. So here, setting the cache ID, and then the XC package payload name changed. Why did that second line change? Because we removed the hash from it. Yeah, removed the hash from it. And then we gave it a cache ID. Now I thought we were going through the cache ID. Yeah, we were using these IDs. I think I should continue to do that. So I must have not got all the way through it. Yeah, these were, so this is the thing. The .NET Core was more complicated given though I think it had multiple architectures in it, and these IDs were more complex. So that's all good. So let's go look back at NetFX 4.8. Yeah, so we have the NetFX 4 web ID. All right, let's open this file. Can I open the original file, not the diff? Open, change, open file. Oh, yes. Perfect, that's exactly what I wanted to do. All right, let's look at what the NetFX web ID gets set to. So it gets set to NetFX 4.8 web, which is the same thing that I wrote here by hand. Yeah, let's go be consistent and use the ID for this variable for both the package and the XE where it is. So let's go down and look for cat. Oh, here it is right here. So we will use the web ID in here. That's good. And then the next use of cache ID is that, and that will give us the Redist ID. I'm gonna go double check, but make sure it's the correct ID that I expect. Yeah, NetFX 4.8 Redist. All right, great. So now we have used those two values where it was NetFX 4 web and NetFX 4.8 Redist. This variable has the exact same value in it, so we will do that. Okay, and if we look at this change here, it shows that we've just switched from NetFX 4 up to the variable IDs. Great. Let's go do the same thing for 4.6. Yep, open file, NetFX 4 web ID, NetFX 4x web, and the cache ID for this is now Redist. Let's go do 4.7 real quick. No, that's the diff. Open the file. Open that cache ID there. And cache ID, we'll use the Redist one. And that's the three of them. Right? Right? I think it's good. We are not seeing the changes here. Oh, there they are. Just took a sec for it to refresh. That's why I want to see Net462 web ID, Net4.6 Redist ID, you are good. Net472 web ID, Net472 Redist web ID, you are good to go. Boom. All right. That is good. All those changes. Now I've done a build did a build, done a build, I'd done a build. I did a build just before this, had everything passed all the way through and through. That was before these set of changes. So we know that things were kind of in a good state. Now, the next big question is, since the change I made should be the same, we'll build it again. This set of changes, I need to go back to the history more. I know this is always small. A little too small. No zooming in here. All right, but we had a change that was, that's the validate Bendel variable names, the verify syntax, MSU, KB number. I forgot about that. Certificate validation, cannot use hash. Yep, 6745. Actually, let's go ahead and bring up my v4 issues. We're gonna need those anyway. 6745, 6745, 6745. Yep. All right. So this is the thing we're talking about, and there's the extra work we just did. All right. So one option is to take these changes and combine them with this change, so it's all in one. And I'm inclined to do that. I'm inclined to rebase and bring it all together because technically speaking, I got excited and moved on to these other work items on stream while we were working here together. And technically speaking, that this right here, the build was broken because I didn't do a full build in between the times we started on these things, which is not normally what we do, but because of that, I don't think I want to commit and leave this in a state where this, if you got this change alone, that you'd be broken. So I'm going to commit this and rebase it into this hash. So the way that I choose to do that a lot of times is I just copy the SHA hash here, and then I'll go use the bigger VS Code here. And I will say rebase into that commit. And what this does is then when I do an interactive rebase, I will see this and be like, oh, this is the change I need to go merge into the other one. All right, so this then will not have its message in the history. So now that I have that at the top, also work has been going along while we've been doing all these changes on the stream for a while. So we're gonna need to get and integrate all of these changes from develop. So first thing I want to do though is get my changes sorted out. So I have develop back here, then develop has moved all the way up to here. So I'm going to rebase off of my develop to reorganize these set of changes with this in here and hope that it all just works out seamlessly. All right. Drop a tag before we start doing rebases because I'm always prepared for things to go wrong. Man, I already created a bunch of things. A bunch of changes here, different tags of past history of what was this? All right, I'm gonna save that one. I don't need the tag XX. All right, I just need to pick something. All right, I'm gonna take XX, it'll be right where I need to be at the top of my current change here in this little history. All right, now we get to do the fun part. Let's get rebase, interactive against develop. And we're going to get the list of all the changes that we've made thus far. I can make this bigger. There we go. And here we have this one that says rebase into 692. So I go up here, find 692, grab this, drop it in, and then I'm doing a fix up, which is like squash, where it takes the two changes and squishes them into one commit. But in this case, I'm doing a fix up because I don't want to keep this message. I just want to use the other message where it's at because that message is good. That says the purpose of this. I just want to add these set of changes that honestly I should have done that day or that time, but I didn't. So let's go ahead and make it look like I did. So we're going to do a rebase, boom, do all this. And if everything works, what it's going to do is essentially go back in time and then start reapplying each of these changes. When it gets to these two guys, merge them together, apply them, and then put these. Now, the interesting thing is that line 6 is where we start changing history, which means 7 and 8 and 9, when they apply, could have merge conflicts with my own code that I've done because they were written, 7, 8, 9 were written in the case where 6 did not exist until after them. So let's see if it works out. I hope that it all works out cleanly. Yeah, so those set of changes we made weren't related. So everything merged perfectly fine to get started. All right, that looks good. I don't think I'm going to need this XX, but I'm going to keep it around just in case I don't like where I've ended up. Okay, next thing, let's get develop up to date and then get all of my changes that I have now on top of develop. So we will do that now. So I have this command called dev up, which runs the magic command in, so I don't have to switch to develop, update it, and then switch back. I can go dig out that command. If you guys are interested, just drop me a message in chat and I'll go dig out the actual Git alias that I have for that. Okay, so now I have develop. We should see this develop branch move all the way to the top. Yep, with all of those other changes that have been going on during this time. And I now need to bring my new set of changes up on top of that branch. I should post my aliases in a repo. You know, that's actually a good idea, Bob. I should do that. Especially since then, if I lost them, they would be on more than this machine. Well, actually, they're on a couple machines because I copy them everywhere. So I really should put them up in there somewhere. All right, anyway, what am I doing here? I am now going to rebase. So I'm going to drop another tag. I think I already have a Y. Nope, I don't have a Y. Great. Okay, every time I rebase, I just drop a tag because it's easier for me to just go, you know, I give up and reset back to a tag knowing that I am where I want to be. So what are we going to do? We're now going to rebase on develop. This time it's not going to be interactive because I want to just take my changes as they are. I don't want to change my history anymore. I just want to pick it up and put it on top of the new develop. And this is where we get to see if we collide with anything. And there's been enough changes out there that, yeah, we certainly could. And we have in the fixture. Oh, rename. Oh, in the rename. Okay. Well, let's go see. VS Code has done well. Yes, it has. Look at that. The stage changes. So rename that to that. What am I looking for? I'm looking for merge. Oh, merge changes. Is this what I need to do? There we go. Oh, okay. So more asserts equals have been changed to Wix assert string equal. Okay. Let's see. Which one is mine here? Mine is the bottom one. So let's push it over and align it with that string. One more. There we go. Could not find. All right. We have to pick the appropriate line out of these two. Support entry types are package bundle. All right, cool. So nothing else is different except that word. Delete. And we will continue on with more merge conflicts. Could not find in the set of immediates. Yeah, okay, it's the same message. So we'll just grab package out of here, put it up there, and then we'll take the current change with the new Wix assert string equal, which I'm sure spits out much nicer error messages to the console, which is a big deal when you're dealing with these things. All right, so I think that says I have no more errors. Okay, good. And now with that in place, I've accepted those changes. Just want to bop over here real quick. Make sure I didn't miss anything. Yeah. Okay. Git rebase continue. I have handled those merge conflicts. Please continue on and let me find the next set. Oh, do I want to change this message? No. Whoa. I was expecting more. I was prepared for more merge conflicts. Happy that there's not. That's fine. All right, let's look here again. History. Woohoo. Refresh this thing. Now we have develop here and all my little set of changes on top. That's awesome. That's awesome. I'm happy with that. All right, so does that mean it's time to push? I think it is. So I could do another build here, but I think I'm just going to let GitHub do it because I have a high confidence, famous last words, where I put those variables in place in the NetEffects instead. Let's just go build the NetEffects extension real quick. We could do that. That's the one thing I changed. Although I changed everything. Did I just talk myself into doing everything? Clean everything, build. Yeah, let's go ahead and do it. We'll just clean everything and build. Okay, so this has, let's go ahead and break out all the things that were fixed. That was just a nice little cleanup. That's enforce Windows installer limits. So let's go back and we're gonna open tabs for all the issues that we're fixing here. Set MSI to visible when permanent equals yes. That is a good change. I like that one. 6764, 6764, that's on the next page. When permanent, yes, that one, 6764. This is just me fixing a little bit of ncrunch stuff. Remote payload 6745, which is on the previous page, of course. 6745, yes. That's the remote payloads one. We were just talking about that one. Okay. MSU permanence, and remove the KB and the permanent attributes, right? Because MSUs are now always permanent. Let's see. So I know I saw one of those is here. That is deprecated. And should KB 6801. All right, cool. That's both of those. Add a test to valve date 5259. 5259, the preprocessor, which turns out we fixed the last time we touched the preprocessor, which was very good. And we just had to add a test to validate this particular case, which was not covered before. And properly validate bundle variable names. This is when there is a loc variable or a bind variable in ID, that's going to be considered a bad thing. 6743. Oh, that was on the previous page. 6743. All right. Let's see. That should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Do a quick check on the build. Make sure it's still running. Yep, it's doing its work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. I have 30. That'll take me down to 23 and back to one page. You expect the tests to fail. The tests to fail with the cache ID changes. The tests, you mean the integration tests? Okay, let's go. Oh, because I build the tests, but we don't run them on my machine. Is there something that we can look at ahead of time? Where am I? Just close everything. Source test. What am I looking for in here? The creation of packages? Which of these Wix test BA? Oh, end to end. Duh. No, where's all the test data for these guys? This is the one thing I don't like about Visual Studio Code. It's really not easy to see the hierarchy of test data. Come on, it's right there. So we're going to see some remote payloads fail in here. What would I look for? I'd look for a hash. So let's, in this folder, can I do find in folder? Yes. Find in folder hash equals. No. Maybe certificate. No. So are the tests going to look for files in particular folders based on their cache ID? Is that how they're going to fail? I don't know. Wait, what? Oh, okay, back to where I was. I wonder which thing Sean thinks is gonna fail. I see. The way these things, even these little lines, don't help test data. Yeah, I don't know how to. Well, let's get the PR up there, I guess. Then we'll see how the build goes there. where are we at? Wix toolset test.sdk. We are in the util extension now, ext util. I think NetFX comes after util. And once we get past NetFX, I think we're basically past all the places I've made changes for the most part. So we hope then that the build will kind of roll forward. All right. Let's see other things. So I'm not probably go back that. So these are two things that I've not gone back. So it was from last week. I saw these when we were running through the experience of finding all of the architecture or all of the issues with the NetFX extension, because it had several uses of hash and certificate because it's based on Wix 3 code that we had to fix, and hit lots of single failure things. So I have not yet gone through and figured out the root of these things. I haven't decided. We'll see. If we end up with tons of time today, maybe we'll go dig into that. But I kind of want to jump ahead back to the last two issues that we're going to work on today for the remainder of this. Once we get this PR up and out to GitHub to see if it will run the whole, what the results of it running the whole integration test will be. So yeah, and these two things, I want to go debug into the error experience of these and see if they can't be improved. I have not yet done that at all, and I probably will end up creating issues for them after I try it once and make sure that it's not a known behavior, because it'd be silly to open an issue and go, oh, right, that makes sense why it does that. Because I was kind of doing it while I was trying to get through to other things. But this error message in particular, where when the hash was missing and the source file was not present, it was complaining about the description. That was like, I really want to go take a look at that error message, because that was less than ideal for the things going on. All right, where are we at now? The ball test, Wix extension, the ball Wix extension. I think that's the first one after the set of ordered ones. Let's look real quick because I have this open. ext.cmd. This is the command file that's in the extensions folder, and it shows you the order that everything builds in. And no, so util's first, ball is second, then NetFX. My memory's not good. And these are in this order because they depend on each other, so they have to be in this. And then, well, these extensions must be built in this order, as the comment says, and then the rest are alphabetical. So I just have to wait until we get definitely past the ball Wix extension, which has a bunch of stuff in it, so it takes a little bit to get through it. And there's the NetFX one building now, native code building, and all the architectures, x86, x64, ARM. Then we build the Wix lib, the Wix extension, and we'll run a quick test on it. Yeah, we're on to the other extension, COM+. All right, okay, cool. That's enough for me to feel like I can, I think we can start there. So then let's go ahead and push this. Let's see. So let's go. Another one of my aliases that I don't remember how the ones that do this one, or that this one does anymore. All I know is it does all the push for this branch, creates a branch up on the remote for me, and then the nice message from GitHub tells me that click on this URL to create a PR. All right, so this is going to take a bit. So this is a bummer. This is a bummer because I want a button. Is there a button? I'm going to say this. So no, those are all my built-in answers. Reference issue, pull request, yes. So there's a button in Azure DevOps where you can push it and it will bring in all of the messages from the commits that you have, or at least the first line, I think, of them, which is a really nice way to pre-populate a PR. Another way to do it is to not queue up all your changes and merge more regularly, which is what I should be doing, but I've not been doing out of sake of boring stuff happening here. All right, everything's still running here. Okay, this is why, well, I guess we have them all down here too. Just make sure I'm not missing a button that will do exactly what I just asked for. This is telling me it's marked down. Thanks very much. All right. All right, so let's see. Several independent bug fixes. All right, what do? We have, I'm gonna copy and paste it. Will this let me copy and paste it? It's gonna be tricky. That's interesting. It gave me the URL to the commit. That's more than what I wanted. Let's do this instead. This will give me what I want too, I think. It's gonna be a little bit more, but that's okay. We'll start with this. Let's see. Oh, did I not copy that? Properly validate. Oh no, it did. I just got part of the thing. All right, cool. And I'm gonna move these around a little bit. All right, so what do? We did do that rename thing. All right, the editor in here is driving me a little crazy. And we did add a test about infant, and this, I don't remember. Can I do this? If this says that closes, and that was preprocessor 5. I'm curious if this syntax will show me. Wix toolset / issues number 5259. Preview. Yay! And it looks like it's going to close it for me. Maybe? Hard to tell. Closes that. All right. This was our next one up here. Great. Enforce that. I don't want to say closes Wix toolset / issues number 702. Man, that is an old bug. Look at that. Okay, now this comes down here. Remove this. This fixes. I don't know why. I don't know which word I'm picking. Issues number. All right, so this one. MSU package 6749, 6749, and fixes Wix toolset / issues number 6801, 6801, right? Set MSI package. This fixes Wix toolset / issues number set MSI package visible 6764, 6764. All right. Ncrunch doesn't get a number. Remote payloads. This is a good one. Fixes. Oh, wait. But one of these MSU ones is not going to fit. Oh, wait. I thought I added more tests to the cache ID sex. Okay, good. So, fixes. Sorry. Two things in my brain. Have to do one thing at a time right now. All right. Remote payloads, certificate, Hadish. Remote payloads, this one. 6745 fixes Wix toolset issues number 6745. 6745. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Fixes Wix toolset / issues number, variable name, right? Yes. 6743. 6743. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, we're back to 7 bucks. 7 fixes. That fixes that. Oh, fixes. Oh, look, typo. Issues. That, and that. Okay. Green dots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, great. How's this doing over here? All right, so this is now building the end-to-ends. So that's good. Could wait one more minute and it will probably tell me, or I can just go. Doobie 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 doo. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Oh no, this is the Wix end-to-end. We've already done the burn builds. Yeah, this already built all the burn bundles. So this is just the actual running of the Wix end-to-end tests. All right, that's cool. Great. And then we're in the finalize. Great. I don't think I changed anything so that should all be good. Create pull request. All right. In future, need to do a better job of sending these in smaller chunks instead of these gigantic chunks. Not getting so excited about moving on to the next thing and plowing through. All right, cool. These guys should be, there we go. Woohoo. Although look at this. I think it says mentioned. It doesn't say it's going to close it. I don't know that putting that syntax in the middle. Oh, wait, it does. This pull request will be closed. All right, good. That's what I wanted to see. Closes, fixes, closes, fixes. Groovy fixes. Awesome. I like that little ... syntax. Although I wish they would have it on the previous screen so I knew that I entered the syntax correctly to make sure everything got cleaned up. All right, so we're going to let that build run. And I don't know, it might finish by the time we get near the end of today, but I'm not going to hold my breath. This build, though, did complete. Took a minute longer. Sweet. All right, so that, when done, will bring my bug count under or down to 1 page, which I don't know why that's a nice feeling, but that's a nice place to be. Still a lot of things to do and a couple big things to get into, but that's for another day. Are all of these going to be gone? No, still have to do this version change. Okay, cool. So, oh, it won't matter. It'll all be on 1 page. So, yay. All right, I'm going to stop looking at the issues because those are going to be gone. Actually, I'm not going to stop looking at the issues because we're going to go back and look at the 2 issues I want to tackle next. 5777, 6637. 5777 and 6637. Close application, incorrect attributes. All right, so let's pop these guys open. Notice these are, get my tabs together. These are doc bugs. Woohoo! We're gonna go work on documentation for a while. It's been a long time since we've done any documentation. So I thought we would go ahead and pick up a few of these bugs and, you know, probably sit there for the rest of the stream. I think I'm just going to sit down and try to knock out a few of these tests. Now, close applications in util, remove registry value is in the core Wix XSD. Right. All right. Wait, this says it was fixed in Wix 3. I have to bring that change over? Maybe that's all I have to do. Let's go look. I didn't notice this already had something merged to it. Fixes, this file's changed. Oh, he just deleted those lines. Okay, well, we know we need to do a lot more in the doc for Wix 4, but this is good reference that that is what we need to do. So I think we're done with this VS Code and we're gonna bop on over to my web project. Web, there we go. And let's see. Open up a new Visual Studio Code here that hopefully will remind me where all of my Wix stuff is. Yep, there we go. That's what I expected. We have the Wix completed text, which says which elements we've done so far. And then the big old bad Wix XSD where we're on line 69, almost 7,000, and we're only about halfway through the file. Anyway, that's not what we're doing. We're gonna go find the registry, fix, remove registry value docs. So let's go to the top, remove registry value. And let's look at this. All right, it's been a while since I've done one of these. Do I still have some? I think I have some things in diff. No, they're already committed. Well, all right. Can I see the history from here? Like, we're gonna poke around a little bit. Split, remove, all that kind of stuff. That's good. Not what I want, but I was hoping there's a way of view as a tree. No. Probably an extension is where it all comes in. Oh well, let's see. Let's look at one of the, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna look at one of the ones that are completed. I wanna refresh my memory on what these things look like. So let's look at, which of these is interesting? Radio button group might be interesting. Radio button group. Nope, not that one. This one. All right, so just fix the indentation mostly and all those kinds of good things. All right, doesn't look like there's too much else different. Okay, groovy. We want the remove registry value and we will start fixing up the spaces. Okay. There is no standard way to remove a single entry, but you can remove the whole thing. We're doing these too. Let's go ahead and fix this. Let's bring up that. Remove registry, MSI SDK. Let's see. Remove registry table has changed to these next. These are, by the way, these are very nice URLs. Might as well fix them up while we're here. Primary key, if not generated. This is the issue right here. This is the part that gets deleted. Is incorrect. Yep, registry cannot appear in registry key. Yep, this text here was probably copied from the registry key element, and that's how it got that block of text. There we go. And where are we done? Are we done? I think we're done. All right, now one of the things that I noted about the radio button group was that we were also adding the extensions. So what am I at? I'm at 5633. Radio button group, please. No, that's not gonna give me anything. Oh well. Whatever. I'm not gonna find it that way. Element name equals, fine, that's how I would find it. And it adds all of this any attribute because we've tried to make everything extensible in the WIS toolset now. So we go through and add the any attribute here. And interesting. I was looking for the any element. No. All right. Any attribute. Oof. That was not the one I wanted. Oh, let's fix this up while we're here. That was easy. Okay. I want the any attribute back to, oh, I've forgotten the number. Remove registry key thing. No. Registry value. And name root registry complex key any attribute. There we go. Ooh, okay, so now we've correctly updated this to say that it can have any attributes on the end of it. Double check, make sure that the build is, no, too many windows open. This one, there we go. Just want to make sure that this build is going out here on GitHub. Yep, all right, been building for 7 minutes, tests, things like that. All right, great, we'll just let that roll. All right, good. It's not sitting waiting for me to push a button or something, or otherwise failed right off the bat. That's good. All right, so that's remove registry value, name, loc, all those kinds of good stuff. So let's go ahead and look at this change. A lot of white space changes. Interesting, the URL is longer. Oh, I didn't notice that the domain name changed too, or the subdomain from MSDN to docs. Probably should have noticed that. Oh, it does have ENS in it, but okay, fine. Anyway, so that's the fix, and there's that. So let's go ahead and get the bug fix. No. All right, I'm done with you, window. I have one open with this. There we go. Okay. I don't usually use this message box, but let's try it. Fixes that. All right. What do I want to say? registry value doc. All right. I think that's the end of that. That's the end of that. All right, cool. Actually stage those changes and commit. Boom. And then I'm going to take this guy and add it to my list of completed docs. Woohoo! One down, hundreds to go, literally. All right, anyway, so that's good. I don't need you, you're completed. Let's look at the other issue. Close, close. All right, real quick scan, no merge there. All right, this is actual thing that needs to get fixed. Okay, close application, incorrect attribute description. So this is looks 3, okay. The terminate process attribute has a description that does not match its type. Both terminate process and reboot prompt attributes descriptions mention that terminate process has the value no, but has an integer type. Oh, all right. Well, let's go look at that. Now this is in the util extension. util.xsd. Right. Okay, where's the Wix? All right, still those big blanks at the top. That's fine. All right. Oh, look, is this closes applications right here on the front? It is close application. Close application. Let's look at terminate process. Now, I'm gonna be honest, I haven't looked at terminate process in a while. So it says it's an integer. It says it's yes or no. That's very strange. If the application is still running after timeout, then reboot prompt to terminate process attributes will be considered. Okay. All right, just taking a quick look at the doc. It does look pretty clean though. Well, that indentation's wrong, but this is pretty good then. All right. All right, terminate process. I guess we gotta go pop open the code and go see what the actual answer is. I'm hoping it's a yes, no, because that's what makes sense. Where do we go from here? We're in extensions. That's a great place to start. We said this was util. We want to look at the Wix extension code. We want to look at the util compiler, and we want to look at the close applications. Parse close application element. Parse close application element. Dooby-dooby-doo. We went from documentation down into the actual compile code. That was fast. Hopefully this is kind of in a thing. Yeah, this reboot prompt is yes, no. Terminate process is not yes, no. It is a number. I have no idea what the numbers mean though. And the documentation doesn't tell me either. Interesting. Okay, so the next thing we may have to do is go down and into the actual CA code to figure out how these are used. Terminate exit code. Oh, terminate process. Terminate exit code. This isn't terminate process. This is terminate exit code. Okay. Attempts to terminate process and return the specified exit code if the application is still running. Yeah, the specified exit code. What's all this about? Yes, no. All right. If this attribute is specified, the reboot prompt must be no. The default is no. All right, so is the whole issue right here that the default is no? I think that's it. All the way around to go terminate process. I'm not thrilled with the name of that attribute. Terminate process. Terminate the process, and here's the exit code you return. Maybe it looks decent in the code. Terminate process with a number in it, which is the exit code. Yeah, okay. All right, so let's see if this attempts to terminate the process and return the specified exit code if the application is still running after that. Yeah, the specified exit code. The attempts to terminate process and return this attribute's value as the applications as the processes exit code if the application is still running after sending any requested close and or set messages. I think that's it. Attempts to terminate. Wow. Oh, attempts to terminate process and return this attribute's value. The attribute value as the process's exit code if the application is still running on. I wonder if this if should be first. Maybe because that feels important. If the application is still running after sending any requested closer messages. I see why it was worded the other way. I'll leave it. Okay. And return the attribute value as the process exit code if the application is still running. All right, great. Woo! Timeout. Terminate process, property. Yeah, this otherwise looks pretty good except for this up here. Oh, that's not even part of the close application. How many of the things in here look good? No, all right, not everything. All right, so I don't remember. Do I have a, this is Wix completed. Show me this. Do I have a util? Ah, this file's somewhere else. Let's see. I don't remember. I think I have a util completed text. I need to go open. Maybe it's next to it. Control open. Util. There we go. Completed. There we go. Close application. Was completed util. All right. This looks pretty good otherwise. This does not. Package. Wow, I wonder how many of those we're gonna have to go find. That'll be interesting. Okay. All right. Whew. Okay. Wix XSD, util, that. Okay, let's go look at the changes. What's the number? Incorrect. Yep, that's true. Okay. Util XSD. Show me the diff plus. Show me the diff. There we go. Yeah, I'm gonna fix that real quick because that's easy. And then there's that. Okay. Fixes this. Wait, is it? Oh no, did I typoed that. All right, I will fix that in a moment. All right, here we go. What are we doing? We are saying improve the close application / terminate process documentation. There we go. Improve the close application, terminate process documentation. This is just, I guess, because my font's so big. There we go. That's a little bit easier to read, although it sucks up a lot of space. Anyway, the reboot prompt default is no. The reboot prompt default is no. The reboot prompt. Reboot prompt. Ah, where'd it go? Reboot prompt. Option prompts for reboot of the application. The default is yes. The reboot prompt default is no. That is strange that it would be yes. Let's go look at the code. Default. Let's not assume. Well, Bob's probably right. Let's not assume I'm right, but we could probably guess that Bob's right. All right, let's go. Reboot prompt. Default to close attribute reboot prompt enabled. If it's yes, add that, otherwise remove that bit. And that says it's on by default. The reboot prompt default is yes. Yeah, I think that documentation was correct before. The default is yes. Although I like specifying the default is yes last. That's more consistent with the kinds of things we do. I'm just going to toss that change in because it doesn't hurt anything. Okay. Wow, my spelling. I mean, it's not even spelling. It's like I'm on Automatpilot. I've been typing remote so many times, I think. Okay, improve that, fixes that. Boom. Okay. Let's take a quick peek at the build, make sure it's still running. Oh, that's good. Oh, this here says it's, I think, in the integration tests. That's a good sign. Scrolling along, looking for anything that sticks out. Oh, wait, I thought I saw something. No, so far so good. All right. Rock and roll. Sweet. Okay, we'll just go back to summary. It's running 20 minutes. It's got way longer to go. Okay, boom. Boom, boom, boom. That's 2 of those issues checked off as well. Okay, so, all right. I've kind of forgotten where I'm at in here. Let's go ahead and grab, not this window. This window? Yes, this one. Yes, select this folder. No, I don't want to add it right now. All right. So there are all these other changes. Yes, all these various fixes and changes to the Wix web, which is good. Oh, all right. And looks like Sean's been also updating the XSD sum too, which is great. So that's the service dependency service install elements. Oh, I need to fix this. All right, let's go edit the, let's go edit. Oh, I see why I'm on service install. I need a new branch. All right. Let's see, I wanted to go edit. Now that I've done this, drop a tag, get rebase -i, master. All right, update. No, I'm not touching that. This one though, I want to edit and stop for amending so I can fix my typo. Please. Oh, now I can do a get commit amend. Oh, all right. I thought it was just gonna pop me into there. Not two M. I really do not like. I always want to put 2 M's in amend. Remove invalid from remove registry value doc. There we go. Boom. And then I did the other change. Pretty sure I don't need my tag anymore. Remove invalid. Did it lose my? Oh no, I have to. Wait, where am I? All right. Oh, I committed now. Oh, oh, I have to continue because there's more changes after this one. Continue, please. Yes, I did. Double continue. Thank you. Oh, okay. There we go. It's like, I lost a change. They improve things. All right. Remove registry value doc. There we go. All right, those 2. Get tag HD. Don't need X. Run my command that will update master to my master to the current. There we go. Let's go ahead and rebase. Get rebase onto master now. There we go. Let's rename this branch to what did I do? These are just small fixes. I don't have a good name for these things. All right, good branch. Okay, that branch name is now better. Not that it matters a whole lot. And then let's go ahead and push this as a PR for the web build. There we go. Notice this little X here tells me that this branch is not tracking or doesn't, I haven't pushed it to the remote, doesn't have a tracking branch. And then when it has this dash, 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 this little, whatever, the hamburger, that tells me that I do have a PR on the other side. This is small doc fixes. I don't really care that much about it. Let's see. So if I grab this, what does it give me? Yeah, it's not exactly what I want, but I don't know. Wix toolset / issues number 577. Spend a lot more time in Azure DevOps at FireGiant, because that's where we adopted that a long time ago. Wait, are you not going to give me the... Oh, that was weird. Why did you give me 2 URLs? I do not know. Really? Did I lowercase that? Oh no, it's turning it into somebody's name. That's crazy. That's not at all what I wanted it to do. All right. Oh, but I did put the wrong fix number in it. All right. What am I doing here? Fixes. Actually, my to-do has it. The to-do has the number 6637. Let's see, what's the best way to fix this now? I think I'm gonna open the PR and then force push it. We'll do it that way. All right, back to the PR. This needs to say fixes Wix toolset / issues number, boom. All right, so when you make a mistake like I did and you got your commit, you don't notice until you get into here. If I put a slash in here, is it still gonna do that? No, okay, it's not doing it now. Preview. No, it is doing it. That is, how do I get it to not? I guess that's really interesting that it would find people's names in the middle of it. I don't need to call somebody out for something that they don't care about. All right, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to create that pull request. Then we're going to amend it over here, because it was the last change. I just need to fix this number, which was a number I've totally forgotten at this point. 6637. 6637. 6637. Yes? 6637. Now that I've done that, I'm going to do git push f. All these different ways you can see of getting things fixed up, doing the right stuff, so on and so forth. All right, now when we do that, now the numbers, I want to see the commits, please. This one, show me. 6637, 5777. Yay, all right, cool. So that is going to be set. Those 2 very small changes make the world a little bit of a better place. That was it. The backticks we get out of it, yeah. Let's go ahead. I'm gonna try it. Let's see if backticks will do it. Close application. Terminate process. Preview. Yep, that would do it. So if you want raw text, do the @ know that they're going to give you different font, but that's okay because that's actually what I want in this case. Update the comment. There we go. And done. Sweet. Cool. Awesome. All right, so that was 2 fixes, doc fixes, old doc fixes. No, they're not that old. And if I go back to the top here and I hit refresh, that's 28. And if these 7 go through, that takes me down to 21. I'm almost under 20. Ooh, that's exciting. All right, what's this build doing? It's still running the integration tests, which definitely take the bulk of the build. Oh, good. We're gonna let that keep rolling. Rolling. Sweet, look at that. All right, so what do? We got this checked off. We did make that, we solved, and we committed these 2 guys. And this was fixed in episode 29. These two are not. There we go. That was fixed, and those were carried over. All right. So there's this issue that I had left around. Now I'm scrolling back into the things that we tripped up across over time, and I still have these two things to think about. Oops, don't want to delete them. Copy them, please. Why the next build fail? Yeah, those. I did my homework way back when. We did these local variables, the MSU package. We did all those issues. We finally got through this whole long list of things. Remote payloads and MSU packages. Remote payloads. Man, look at this. So episode 23. Nope, it wasn't episode 23 that we started. It was farther back than that. Okay, consider renaming remote payload. Oh, this one, I think. And investigate error messages produced when surface public keys put on MSU package element. Okay. And update burn to follow issue 6745. Oh, did this. This is done. Okay. But these two, let's bring them down and go. We can dig into those real quick. All right. So that's episode 23. Episode 22. 9 work items, 8 of them bugs. Can we finish them with less than 10 minutes each? And I think the answer to that was no. But yep, okay. There's the entry section, the enforce limits, and that. Okay, great. So back from episode 22. Man, is that when we started? 7 weeks ago? Almost 2 months ago? Woo! Good stuff. All right. Okay. So that gives us a set of little things to go tackle here real quick. I do like tackling this because it did catch me up. And then this illegal name one. All right, let's do a couple of these rename ones real quick. I'm betting that my PR goes through if I do this. I guess. Yeah, am I a betting man? I don't know. Not really. Still rolling. I mean, that's all a very good sign that it's going. Really would like that to be done, I guess is where I'm at. How long has it been run? 31 minutes. I think the average run is around 45, so we're probably not going to see that here. Maybe just barely by the end. All right, let's go do this. Create a branch. Let's rock and roll here. Okay, so I think we'll leave that. I'm going to go jump over to the other place. Here we go. All right. So let's start another one of my commands, which is the same as checkout -b, but I like get start. Robin, and what am I doing? Renames for clarity. Boom. All right. I think these are both in the compiler or in the Wix project. How do I see both things at the same time? I lost my to-do list. There it is. Illegal name, compiler errors. All right, let's go look at compiler errors and tackle this illegal name. Compiler errors. Boom. Illegal name. Illegal name. There it is. And I'm going to rename this illegal tag name because that's what it is. It's only used in the illegal tag name. Whoa. All of these things are not happy. Why are these unhappy? Let's see if starting over again will make them happy. Okay. Oh, I did a build outside of this Visual Studio, so it has to recache all of its data, right? My bad, Visual Studio, sorry. All right, illegal tag name. We still have 2 references, both of them in the tag. Yep, bundle tag and the product package tag. Yep, package tag, both of them in the tag area. Okay, that's good. Look at it, just chug through all those things. Awesome. All right, so there's that. Done. Boom. Where's my Visual Studio, let's look at changes. 2 files changed, right? Yep. Yep. And yep. All of you, go. Compiler errors, invalid. What was it called? Illegal. Name to illegal tag name. 16 characters over the current line 50. I don't want 50, I want 70. All right, whatever. 50 is too short. Rename compiler errors illegal name to compiler equals tag name. That is what that does. Done. All right, next one I said I wanted to do in the list of to-dos here. What's the to-do? Rename remote payload fixture, right? Because this is not just about remote payloads, it's about the remote payload subcommand, although this is the remote payload in the fixtures, which actually is the right name for that. I was like, what are we doing here? In the converters. So here we are in core integration. This is the one I want. So remote payload fixture, and this is all about the burn subcommand. Yes. So I suggested before calling it burn remote payload fixture. I wonder if I should put burn remote payload subcommand fixture. What does that look like? Burn remote payload subcommand fixture. Yeah, I think that, while long, does describe it pretty well. Let's see. There's something I'm forgetting. Shoot. Let's see. The MSU package one. Yeah. Okay, I need to hold this issue special. So I forgot, Sean, you're here. I forgot that this is going to get closed, but I need to reopen it and give it to you because there's a burn side to this one, right? Yeah, this is the one. Yeah, this is the one. Not that one. Yeah, okay, that one can be closed. This one I need to, yeah, okay, I need to make sure this stays open in the end. Assuming my PR goes through, this issue cannot get closed. All right. Still building. Still building. Go, go, go. All right. Or it's not building, it's testing at this point. The build is still running though. Okay. All right. I knew there was something I was forgetting. Okay, this issue I have to make sure does not stay closed. I have to reopen it because I called it closed in that. I knew there was something I was forgetting. All right, I like this too. Burn remote payload subcommand fixture. Less likely that I'm going to get confused or forget what it's about. So we've done that and we've done that. Both of those. Message. Oh, it's just a rename? All right, so this. That, yep. We're gonna do that, except not. Rename that to that. I don't need the quotes. In core integration. Okay, I think that will much less likely trip me up in the future. Okay, great. All right, investigate error messages produced when certificate public key is put on an MSU package element. Oh. So on an MSU package element, if you put certificate public key, what do we see? All right, well, I don't exactly remember what that was about, so let's go do that. So what are we gonna do? We're just gonna close all these things. Close all tabs. And bring up the MSU fixture, and I think it's package fixture. Perfect. Yes, thank you. And just for immediacy's sake, I'm going to drop in test data MSU package, and I'm just going to put a value on here. All right, and so the message was if you put this on the MSU package element, all right, the certificate package equals ABC. Let's see, what was this error message all about here? You should see a test U. I'm gonna pin you. You should run that, right? Oh, exactly. Thank you. Pin this test. What's the error message? The MSU package contained unexpected attribute certificate public key. I don't know. That seems like a pretty good error message. I should have written down more information about this thing. All right. That is the error message that you should get when you get that. I wonder if this is something that we got fixed in this. So episode 23. All right, so what is this going to say? Review episode 23 to see what this was about, since the current error message seems pretty good. I think the problem before was that there was no source file. All right, well, we can try. Let's see which one of these has no source file using certificate validation. MSU package payload. So you are fine. Whoa. Let's see. Clearly you can't stay here. So Sean's theory is it's about the source file missing. So we're getting bad error messages when the source file is missing. Let's see what we get there. So the one I have pinned should go green because I removed my bad data, and I should get an error on somebody else. Good. The error MSU contains the unexpected attribute certified publicly. Well, yeah, that is what I would expect there. It's possible we got this into a good state and all these error messages are now fine. Okay, I guess I'm really gonna have to go back. It's a good guess, Sean, but I have to go back and see what that one's about because I'd like to check that off. Which leads us down to these two guys, NetFX build, fail after each architecture build, and YDXC package build. I expect those are gonna take a bit more to go jump into, so I'm gonna stop here on these things, and I'm just gonna go start working through some of the let's see. The git status. What do I have here? Clean working tree. Great. I'm going to go back and work on some talk after I take another peek at the build. Can you tell I'm anxious for this build? Oh, come back and check it, and it's green. That makes me happy. That makes me very, very happy, actually. Cool. Let that sit. I'm not going to deal with that for right now. That's fantastic. I'm going to come back here and continue working on some of this XSD stuff. All right. So many to choose from. I think I'm just going to jump into the middle of it. Custom table. Oh. How much we got? 8 minutes. We're not doing custom table in 8 minutes. I brought that up because we redid a lot of custom table, although a lot of that was in the back end. So maybe it's not that bad on the front end. I don't know. All right. I feel like I've done UI text. Did I do this before where I start at the bottom and just started picking things? I don't know. Yeah, it seems like it. Here's radio button group at the bottom. All right. We're up to radio button. Let's go look at radio button. Oh, look, this is nice. Oh, this seems like it's already been updated to the correct location. Yes, thank you. Fantastic. All right, this text documentation, parent control. We didn't change anything in the radio button, so most of this is just kind of formatting it, bringing it up to date. We are missing some things here. don't know how much do I want to do in filling in the blanks. I'll be here a long time if I start going back and filling in all the blanks. I feel like I want to make sure just get all of the missing parts in here. And I'm not sure how much value I'm going to add to X, Y, and height. It's like, yeah, that's the height and the X, Y coordinate of radio button. All right. The nice thing about these UI controls is that we did almost nothing to them in Wix 4, so I can have pretty high confidence that as long as they're pointing to the correct data, we're kind of in a good spot. All right. Not Alt Tab, all Control Tab. List View sets that. This is not the correct link, but let's see if it takes me to the correct link. Hey, thank you guys. Redirected from MSDN. I don't think I need that part of your URL, but I will take the rest. Thank you very much. There we go. Probably can guess the URLs at this point. Could almost generate them except for the dashes. Anyway, now you could, yeah, table, dash, anyway. List item, property, and there's that. And then let's just bring our any attribute along for the ride. Any attribute, list view. Yeah, I kind of like doing these UI. I keep hitting Alt Tab when I need to hit Control Tab. Kind of like doing these UI ones, given how little they changed here at the end of times kind of things here. Any application, any attribute. Combo box. Set of items. Combo box is not the correct URL. Now that we know that. Query string is truly optional. Combo box, list, documentation, property, extensibility point. Property tied to this group, list item inside the combo box. Right, gotcha. Where is list item? Is it higher? It's gonna be higher. But it's not next. List box is next. Attributes, this. Oh, I need to be fixing the URL once and for all. Yeah, see, Rob, why didn't you do that before? Because you did it here once. All right, I will fix it this time. This URL everywhere no longer points there, it now points there. All of you, go. Watch, I replaced one, but that's okay. I should have done the same thing for a combo box, but probably still also like that. Only one. All right, boom. Any attribute, boom, boom. List box. List item, finally. Here's the list item. See, combo box and list box, both of them. Missed opportunity, both cases. Combo box this. Replace. Replace. There you go. And list box. Control H. Replace with that without the redirect on everything. Boom. Yay. Yeah, so I was thinking the same thing, Sean, and then I didn't see it in other places. But now that you've brought it up, you made me question that maybe I was right, that we need another one for... Okay, so let me... Before I jump to that question... Finish up here. Identifier. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Isn't that a strange choice that we made? But oh well, we called the attribute icon, but it's actually binary to the binary table, not the icon table. How funky. I don't know. Windows installer UI. Okay, oh wait, am I not been checking these off? List item, did I just do, I also did list box. List item, list box, text style. I've already started this, let me finish text style then. Text style table, all of you, go, boom, okay. All right, and grab text style. Nope, not there, here. Okay, so Sean brought up the fact that we need to specify that these all can have any child element underneath them. And that's where I'm now going through. Let's look at component real quick. Yes, nope, F3, F3, F3. Not isolate component, element name component, complex type, all these elements. Oh yeah, see? This adds, it does add it on the choice. Which means we need to go through all of the elements and make sure they have the extension element as well. Well, there's a happy thought. I wonder if there's a way of automating that. Whew. Because that's going to be a thing. You know what? On that happy note, I think we're going to leave it there. Got a bunch of things checked in, a couple doc things checked off. That was good. A couple other small things that I will send around soon-ish. Let's get that other thing PR completed and all of the issues turned down. Episode 29. And then left these for future things. Episode 30 coming up next week. That's pretty exciting. Yeah, episode 30 is next week. The 6th, July 6th. You have to think about this dock. This dock problem keeps getting bigger and bigger every time I get closer to it. I'm afraid of it, but still have a bunch of bugs to tackle. So I don't know what's up for next week. We'll do something. I'm sure I will find something cool in the set of issues that need to be tackled. Where I can't find my, there it is. In all of these 28 issues, which will go down to 21, hopefully by next week, we'll find something cool to do in here. Until then, you guys keep coding. You know I am. Bye.